You've stopped into another episode of Dad Crossing where myself, Nick, and my co-host Sean will have real, honest chats about the highs and lows of dad life. We'll laugh together at the craziness of parenting and the silliness of our kiddos, and we'll support each other through the challenges and tough decisions of fatherhood. Whether you're a seasoned granddad or a dad-to-be, we promise laughs, relatable, and sometimes raw talk, and expert help to tackle the tough issues. Not from Sean and me, but from the amazing guests we'll have on the show. So let's be dads crossing through life together. Well, Sean, I need to give you an update on the stream machine. The Game Pass News computer, it rest its soul. It's no more. Yep. It took it into the computer people, and they swapped out the drive, and they gave it a new Windows, and they redid the RAM, and they checked the power supply, and then they said it's dead. They said it's the motherboard, and we don't recommend trying to replace the motherboard because it probably will have compatibility issues with all the other things that are in it. So pour one out for my.
See, I'm not a PC. How much is a motherboard?
I don't know. I didn't look it up. How much is a motherboard? I mean, I'm sure they vary by a lot.
Can you not source the same motherboard that you have, but that still works? It's like backstock somewhere.
I don't know. I mean, hey, the thing's dead, so I don't care. I mean, I can't make it any more dead than it is. So, I suppose that's true. Except for I could be taking a pretty big flyer here. It all depends on the CPU, right? So, like, if the CPU's not involved, you're looking at, like, $200. If the CPU is on the motherboard, you're looking at, like, $700.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So
that's a big swap and a change.
Yeah. So I don't think I want to take that flyer. I got one here for $120 called Prune Hod Print. Oh, it's a printer motherboard. Never mind. Probably not going to work.
Prune Hod printer.
I'll just take it into the set and be like, guys, you were dumb. I found a motherboard here for $100. You'd be like, that's to printer, man.
Oh. That's great if all you want to do is print things. Well, then you schmuck.
Yeah. They did offer me two. They were like, hey, we'll send, because they sell computers, obviously, and they'll just fix them. And so they're like, well, we'll offer you some things. It was tempting. I almost sprung for like a $700 one, which had more RAM than the one, more video RAM than the one that died. They were both refurbished. I'm not necessarily fussed about that. But then I was like, well, okay, what's the warranty? And the guy says 30 days. And I was like, no, man, I'm not doing a 30-day warranty on a $700 piece of equipment. Like, you give me like a year at least. Like, you're a repair shop. But yeah, so I was like, no, that's okay. So I just went in, and it's always, it kind of sucks. I mean, I know I've been here only a few times, but you like go into a place, you plunk down a decent chunk of change, and then you walk out with your broken item. It's just like, yeah, well, this sucks.
They should be like, oh, yeah, we're really sorry about this. Don't like worry. Just pay for the time. The parts that we've brought in, we can always keep and use.
Yeah, and they did. Like, I mean, I paid $130. So, I mean, was I like happy about that? No, but I mean, they did a lot of work. I mean, they took out drives, put in RAM. They did all the things. Checked. They, swapped over. They did all kinds of stuff. So, yeah. I imagine I will have another desktop at some time. I don't think it's going to be anytime soon, though. So I'm actually not too fussed about the current setup I have. I got my second monitor back. To be honest, that was like one of the things that I was most missing. not having a second monitor and working off of just the little laptop screen when we do this was cramping my style. But now I got it all plugged in. I've ordered a laptop dock so that I'll only have one thing to plug in when I bring this thing down. Well, two because of the power cable. We definitely want to replace the. We definitely want the power cable on. Found that out last week.
Bet nobody knows. Nobody will even know.
Yeah, because you're magical. That's why. Because they don't even know that we split the first episode into two audio because Sean's amazing. So, yes.
I stuck a band-aid on it, a bit like the battle bus. It's fixed.
I love it.
Just you know.
So that's my update. No more talk about my stream machine. It's kind of sad because when we started Game Pass News, that was like my big purchase. I bought that computer.
It was. You were very excited about it.
I was, yeah. Really didn't get that much use out of it, to be honest. Like, I mean, we got a lot of use out of it, but like 3 years isn't that long. I bought that one, and then I gave my old one, sold my old one to work. And I'm still using my old one at the work. That thing's like, I don't know, 7, 8 years old.
Just happy. It's just happy going along. It's like,
yeah, must be. So it was weird though, because like that one worked fine. There was we were just talking about how like we were doing all the things and I was at like 1.5 CPU and everything was like, I was like, man, this thing's amazing. And then just one day I turned it on and it was like just froze on the intro screen. And by day 3, it was like way worse. And that was the end of it. So
as you said, just okay, dude, kitten.
Yeah.
Don't have the power.
Yeah, for sure.
Sorry.
No, I loved it. So yeah, that happened. Let's see, Sean, we have to revisit Sunday. Sunday is when we podcast.
Yep, Sunday.
Okay.
Sunday is when it is.
Yeah, okay. So
and it's now Thursday. So
thank you. That's helpful too. It really is because so Monday, my kids had a snow day and my wife did not. They work in different they work like in different my wife works in like in Indiana, my kids are in they go to school in Michigan. So they go to different places, different school districts. And then Tuesday, my wife had a snow day, but my kids didn't. And then Wednesday, we all went to school happily. And then Thursday, my kids have a snow day, but my wife doesn't. So it's been interesting. It's been an interesting week of like, well, I don't even know what's going on, man. Who's not going to school today? Who is? Who isn't? What's happening?
So like on Tuesday, did Beck just get to stay home and just chill out and do her own thing? Because the kids were at school and you were at work.
Yeah, yeah, she totally did.
She's definitely the winner in this situation.
Yes, she really has been for sure. Because both days that the kids have been off, she hasn't. So I've ended up with the kids. Now, to be fair, great to have grandparents. So I dropped the kids off at like 2 at the grandparents. They've had them most of the day. So which they were really glad about too. Because I mean, and I get it. You know, Dad's only cool so long, and they were just like, no one ever picks us up but you, Dad. We aren't going to get picked up by anybody. And I'm like, listen, you should just be happy. Shut up, kids. I didn't say that. I was like, well.
You didn't have to go to school.
I know. Maybe I did say that, actually. Not entirely in that way, but I was like, whatever. Anyways, I can't remember. But then I got to drop them off, which was fine with me. I watched more Stranger Things, and played a little Metroid Prime 4.
Shh. Well, it's just typical. Every time there's a game that comes out, I'm always on that I really want to play. I'm always on bad week when it happens. Every single time.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
So it's pointless me picking up a game on bad week because today was my only day off and I could have spent it playing Metroid Prime, but I had to go do my Christmas shopping. So
yep. Dang Christmas shopping.
Yeah. I know.
Yep, and I really want you to play it because I want to know your thoughts really bad. But that's okay. I will wait for it, just like you'll wait for me with Stranger Things one day we'll meet
Yeah,
together
Metacritic.
with all the people.
I've seen the score it's got on the Metacritic site of 86. So that tells me that it at least has some kind of good stuff.
Yeah, I have been liking it. It just kind of reminded me, and I said this to you, it just kind of reminded me of old school Halo. You're flying in, and they're like, Samus, it's good you're here. We got some things to do. And you kind of do the nod, and then off you go and like kill all the things. Now, to be fair, I am not super far into it. Not at all. Like an hour and a half. Okay.
Yeah.
So that could totally change. But the intro, only the intro is what I'm talking about here because that's all I know. Which, Sean, now that I'm on a camera, you get to see all my hand movements, which normally you don't get to see because the camera's up higher. So now you're gonna always see my hands. So, anyways, so maybe it'll get a lot better. But right now there's just a lot of I don't know, it just reminds me of Halo. I guess that's all I can say. And that's not a bad thing. Halo's a great game. Had a lot of fun with Halo.
Yeah.
So, but I need to get to the Metroid-y part, the Metroidvania part. And then I think might be a little happier.
Usually the first part of the game is like a tutorial, isn't it? And then
it totally is. Yeah.
Goes, then you get stonewalled and you're like, oh, now I need to go back to the beginning.
Yep.
With stuff I now know. So.
And they're definitely, like, Nintendo's definitely trying to make this mature. Like the way it just kind of comes in, even like in the intro, like before you're even playing the game, like when you boot it up and it's like, and it just kind of does all the things. And it's like Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. It doesn't say that, but it's like, it just like splashes on there and then slides in, presented by Nintendo. Like you can just tell they're trying to make it feel like mature. Like it's just so. It's just interesting, and I mean, it works. It's fine. I think Nintendo fans are gonna eat it up. I think people who play a lot of other third-party shooters are gonna be like, seriously, but that's okay. We all got our thing. So
yeah,
that's why I want your opinion because you
it's...
play all those other games too.
Yeah, it's on my Christmas/birthday list. So.
I'll get it.
So, not long to wait. It's the 4th today. So, 13 more days.
13 more.
So,
yep. Yeah.
One step closer to 40.
Oh, man, so sad. It's okay. I look at 40 from behind me now. I'm like, oh, look at 40 back there. That'd be great.
I could guarantee that if like we sat side by side and asked somebody, they would put you at younger than me. So.
You think so? I don't know.
Yes, I know. So this camera and a little bit of the like auto tuning of the face and stuff definitely helps.
You don't know it, Sean, but I pay like a whole crew of like 15 people to make up me before I come on every time. It's just amazing.
I just look like a phone with eyebrows, so you'll never beat me.
I'm like Tales from the Crypt until they put the makeup on me, and then all of a sudden, boom. This is as good as it gets. Like they've told me.
I'm like Vecna, just with a nose.
That one wins. You got me on that one. That one.
Yeah. You ain't gonna beat Vecna or he who shall not be named. Riddle.
That's right.
There we go.
Yep. Oh, that's funny. And there's a new update for last video gaming thing. There's a new update for me for Grounded. Not like a big it's just like a holiday update, but it's fun. It's cute. I was able to craft a tree and make some lights and throw them on my little cabiny house. And they made actually there's a bunch of updates, but none of them are like story or content related or like new areas. So that's supposed to be coming in a few weeks is what I hear. So I'm excited for that to happen. But I did jump in, crafted all the things, and then kind of just jumped out. I'm just waiting for the thing now. So that's it for me, Bob. What do you got, Sean?
Yeah. The second season of Skates come out, which is pretty cool. They did not. Last one was like a '90s theme, so they had like um, cool light up bits, and they stuck like there was other extra ramps and areas and stuff. Um, and then in the skate pass, instead of a battle pass, you got a skate pass.
Mm-hmm.
There was some really cool stuff to get, but it was all like '90s rave scene kind of stuff.
Mm.
They've rolled it back another 10 years, and we're now in the '80s,
Ooh, fun.
and they've gone like full retro, but they've added um, one new a new flip trick, a bunch of hand plant variations, and new areas, completely new areas that people haven't gone to. So there's quite a lot to go at. They've added some really hard challenges as well. But again, it feels like they've kind of forced people to play in parties, and it's kind of hard when you don't know anyone else who's playing skate to play in a party. So, and then the other thing they've added is when you do play in a party, they've added voice chat in party,
Ooh,
which is pretty good because you've not been able to do that since the game
really?
came out.
Huh.
Yeah,
That's interesting.
you had emotes. That was as much as so people were finding really intelligent ways to communicate in emotes.
That's funny. Yeah, that would seem like a game that just had that. That's like a Nintendo thing. Like,
Yeah.
that's really funny.
Fortnite. I've got as far as I can get with all the quests and everything. I'm kind of waiting for them to. I think next week they bring a few more things out. And Pikmin 4. I'm still playing that.
Nice.
I've done the pre-Reddits one where you try to take off and then an Ochi gets
Yes.
poorly, so you have to go back. But I'm systematically trying to 100% each level before I move on. So.
Do you remember our DM when I was playing it? You had already beat it, and I was like, "I beat it, Sean," and you're like, "Have you though?" And I'm like, "Yeah. We just crap."
Yeah, I did the same with Donkey Kong as well.
yeah.
Yeah. Should know by now that is just Nintendo's
Yeah.
stick every single time. But no, I'm enjoying it. It's good because the replay thing, once you played it through, you don't have to re-unlock all the onions.
Mm-hmm.
So you've automatically got
Oh, that's
all the
nice.
Pikmin that you can get in the game,
I did not know that. It's like
colors wise.
Game
But
Plus, huh?
yeah, but then you're capped on how many you can use. So originally you could have up to 100. But in the hard mode, you're capped at you can only carry 60 at a time. So you have to have a bit more Dandori about you.
Yeah.
So
That's right. I totally
yeah, it's
forgot
good fun.
about that in that game, the Dandori. Efficiently moving
Yeah.
your things around.
So yeah, I think I'm into the last level on that. But then I've got all the leaflings to do because I've kind of just left them laid on the floor looking like plants. Because the only part of that game I didn't like was the nighttime ones. So and in hard mode, they're really, really hard.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Out of curiosity, because you said, well, now they went back to the 80s, and I was thinking, well, when they go back to the set, they can just keep doing this. And I thought, when did this whole gig? When did skateboards come on the scene? Do you know when they came on?
They were a late '60s thing because the '70s was all about the flat ground movement. So you're talking like Rodney Mullen and very early ball riding. The first ollie wasn't done until like the early 1980s,
So
and that's what kind
you're
of
close. According to ChatGPT, it was early 60s.
wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
1959, the first commercially produced skateboard was released by Roller Derby. Whatever
Oh
that is.
wow.
So yeah.
Never remember it.
Yeah. In the
But yeah,
1950s, they had sidewalk surfboards that surfers created in California when the waves were silent. They ended up putting that's how it kind of apparently grew. They put wheels on the
yeah, they just
bottom of their
stuck them on.
surfboards. Yeah.
Yeah, took the wheels off the bottom of roller skates and stuck them to the bottom of skateboards.
There you go. I found that interesting. So
Yeah,
they could go all the way back to the
it's
50s.
an interesting. Wow, it's an interesting scene and movement with skateboarding. It for a few years, and I feel like the 90s was probably not a good era for skateboarding, that it looked like only dropouts and losers and kind of did that. But it got brought in to the limelight um, by Tony Hawk and his skateboarding series of games. And then it's like things like the SLS, which is the Street League skateboarding stuff. X Games brought it in, and they were being then noticed as like professional athletes. And then obviously the Olympics has took it on board, and that's just made it a sport in everybody's eyes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Apparently, wheels were the big change in the 70s because you either had wood wheels or steel wheels. And then in the 70s, they came out with polyurethane wheels, which made apparently
Yeah,
skaters' life a lot easier. So,
yeah, less bumpy.
yeah. You're getting skate history here, people. You didn't even know. I could like, I mean, like, am I a skater? No. But do I find interesting, like, how it came about, how it created? Like, I just love those kind of
Yeah.
stories. Like, I just think
The
it's
the the, phys-
great.
the physics behind skating is great. Like what people can do to make a piece of wood lift off the floor that's on tiny little 2.5-inch wheels, 25 mil, like leap up off the floor, spin round under the feet, them catch it, but also have the agility to do that onto a rail or down sets of stairs, or in like some cases over the Great Wall of China.
Mm-hmm.
It's very limitless to what
Yeah.
can be done. And then
Yeah.
interested.
I'm trying to find the movie that like almost got me into
Dogtown and the Z Boys.
what?
Dogtown and Z Boys.
I
That
don't
was a
maybe.
movie.
Yeah, when would that come out? Because I feel like this was in the 90s. What's the guy's I'm trying to think of the guy's name too. Man, where's Becca? I need she's my IMDb database. Um she no, it wasn't there's like a guy, these fairly popular actor, and I can't think of him. But I remember watching that thinking, "Oh my gosh, that's so cool. I would love to do that." And then I looked in the mirror and I was like, "Oh yeah, I probably can't do that. I'm not going to do that. Let's not do that." So, anyways, if I find it,
I don't
I
know.
will
There's a full blown TikTok movement of like people over the age of 30 or 35 that are learning to skateboard again, and it's really cool to watch because these guys, like, if you can imagine, they are very unbalanced and
sure.
falling
I
over
can't
and stuff,
imagine.
and
I can.
but yeah, it's pretty cool to watch because it's hard to do. There's a lot of thinking involved in terms of like getting used to the muscle, like gaining that muscle memory. So,
Mhm.
and I've skated on and off since I was like 14. So, and I still find it hard to the point where I've given up because it's bad for your feet, bad for your knees.
Bad for your knees, huh? That's why I gave up
Yeah.
too. I used to be so awesome at it, and then I was like, "No, I should give up." No, that's not true, people. I wish. Anyways, anything else for you, sir?
Uh, Not gaming wise. What else have I been up to? Like I said, I attempted the Christmas shopping today, but the stores I went into didn't have the things that I wanted in the size that I wanted. So then I then began that thing of, well, I'll look online. Couldn't They didn't also then have it in stock online. So I was like, crap.
Mm-hmm.
Now I was like, I need to drive to another city that's like 45 minutes away if I want to go to the store that I saw them in. But then at the same time, I really can't be bothered to drive the 45 minutes to go do that. I'll go do it another day. Um, and then it became an aimless like walk around and look. I think I managed to buy 5 gifts and a candle.
You know what?
But
Hey,
the candle
there you
smells
go.
nice though.
Yeah. Christian
Mahogany
Slater, Gleaming the Cube. Gleaming.
Gleaming. I've never seen that film.
Yep. This is definitely the one. The moment I saw him, I knew his name. I could not place his name. Yes, Christian Slater. That's the one. So yeah, I don't know where. I don't even know where I saw it. I just remember seeing it, being like, "Wow, that's really cool." And then I like asked my mom. I was like, "What would it take to skateboard?" And she was like, "Balance." And I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, never mind."
Balance. Thing is, you can learn balance. Balance is something you can pick up and learn.
I'm just kidding. That conversation did not really happen, but that's what I asked myself, and myself said balance. To be fair, so yeah, Beck and I had a present like powwow, and it didn't go well. Like, I mean, there was fine, but we were just like, I don't know, really. I'm not really sure. Do we really want to get him all this junk? I don't know. Well, how about we get him this? I don't really care. Okay, great. But that didn't happen in like 5 minutes, like that amount of time. That happened over like an hour, basically, where we just kind of hung
Yeah.
out in the bedroom while the kids were playing Among Us, and we were just like, I don't know. I don't know either. How about this? I don't know. That's just like
Well, that's it. Most of what
great.
I saw in the stars, I looked online and was like, well, it's cheaper online. Like there was a game that I saw for Emily, and while I was in the Smiths, and I was like, it's 26.99, but she'd really like that. So I had a quick look on Amazon, and I was like, is that a good price? Is that not a bad price? Is the one where it can like I can buy a collection of that game because it was like the third in the series. And then I saw the third one in the series, and it was £6 cheaper on Amazon. I was like, start with that. It's free delivery, and I'll get it tomorrow.
Boom.
So, you know, I kind of did that. But yeah, that's about it, really. I've got 3 night shifts to do. Um, and that's about it. That's my week. That's how it's
Yeah,
going to be. Yeah, it's a bad week. Every 4 weeks, you're going to get an episode where I moan about it being a bad week.
that's fine.
Sorry.
We will listen. It's all good.
So, yeah.
Um, like what's going forward for me? I don't know. Becca's doing SAT proctoring on Saturday, so I'll just be hanging
Ooh,
out by myself most of Saturday. Yeah, that's about it. We'll do our movie night. I'm guessing. I don't think there's anything going on, so overall, it'll be a pretty chill
yeah.
day. The only
Logan,
go ahead.
Logan wants to watch the Simpsons movie. We watched 2 episodes of
Oh,
the Simpsons this evening, and he found them funny. So he wants to watch the movie now.
yeah. There you go. So yeah, the only other thing I was going to talk about, also video game related. Um, I've almost beat Dragon Quest One, literally at the Dragon Lord, and I'm playing on a remake. It's a remade game. It's got save states and auto saves. I can save whenever I want, anywhere. You didn't have either of those when you played this game. I don't know. Like, we were screwed as kids. That's all I got to say, Sean. Like, I spent 4 hours in the Dragon Lord's castle, making it to the very bottom. Mind you, I died 3 or 4 times. And when you die in that game, you go all the way back to a church. Like, and you're not even near. And you lose half your money. There's no like, I mean, I'm like somewhat cheating because I literally am just like, no, I don't want to go back to church. Just take me back to my last autosave. And that's where it takes me. I don't go back. I would have went back to a church 3 or 4 times and had to like walk myself back. Well, I think they still had like the Zoom spell, so I could like get myself directly back to Dragon Lord Castle. But I had to start from the beginning, from the very like it's 6 levels deep. Anyways, I think it's crazy, and I beat the Dragon Lord. And spoiler alert for anybody who's looking for a spoiler for a 38-year-old game. Once you beat the Dragon Lord, just like every fudging else thing we've talked about in this podcast with video games, you're not done. The Dragon Lord becomes, wait for it, a dragon. Who saw that coming? Not me, apparently, because I was like, yay, crap. And then he killed me. So I don't think I'll go back to it. I think I'm gonna just kind of pick up Metroid and be happy. But there you go.
Yeah. I have a very this brings me on to a decent question is do you think as young gamers like when we were younger having things like the NES and to an extent the SNES you could there was like you could have a little bit of save state kind of stuff on
Mm-hmm.
that. Do you think that's what's made us more patient and I wouldn't say determined but less likely to give something up?
possibly. Yeah, I mean, I could definitely see that. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie, I don't think I beat this game when I was a kid. I think I remember. So you got to get all these little pieces and parts, and you make a rainbow bridge. I remember the rainbow bridge. I made that. I do not remember the Dragon Lord's castle at all. I feel like I was like, nope, I'm out. See you later. So I don't know if it did that for me, but you know. Did you think did it do it for you? Did it make you more
Mm.
patient?
Like there's currently a challenge on Skate, and it's the hardest thing I've ever done. And in all the challenges that are on that game, I have that when you start them, you don't have a time limit. I tried that long that it, for whatever reason, it started to give me a countdown, and I was like, "Wow, I must have been trying this for 30 minutes." Apparently, is the time limit. 30 minutes for that one of any challenge of that type. And so I tried it again this morning for like we had 20 minutes this morning spare before the school run. So I thought, right, I'm going to try this again now. And nope, 20 minutes later, still didn't do it. It's hard.
I mean, I appreciate that. I will do that for platforming challenges and maybe something like that, but like, I don't know if I want to. What I'd have to do to beat this game, I think, is to walk around and fight a bunch of stuff, which is very turn-based,
Bit
right?
of grinding.
Yeah, I think we're at the grinding point now. I'd have to go through the dungeon again and just grind my way back to the Dragon Lord, which, I might do. Also, the big sword is supposed to be Eardrick's sword, and I found it. I worked my way to it in the Dragon Lord. I was so excited. You know what? It's not even the best sword I have. How lame is that? I pick up this sword and I'm like, look what I found. It's my ancestor's sword. And then I go to the equipment all excited and I'm like, I already have a better sword. Oh, that sucks. Okay. Well, I guess
Yeah, compare it to this one. Well, it's 600 hit points lower.
Yeah, I guess I'll just put it on my wall as a memorabilia to my ancestor. I don't know, whatever.
That's why I hate turn-based games. So much like having to try and figure out the better thing for stats.
See, I don't mind finding the better thing. I don't mind trying to game that out. Like in this game, what bugs me is it's like, boom, it's better by 20 points. Yeah. And then I use it and it does like one more damage to the enemy than the other one did. And I'm like, what? That doesn't make any sense. Why are you not more helpful?
Why are you not more helpful? I like it. Story of my life.
I was gonna say when we decorate for Christmas, that's my wife looks at me and she's like, "Why are you not more helpful?" I don't know. I drug the tree up.
I'm 365 days older than I was last year.
Yeah.
But all you're getting is one extra bauble.
Mm-hmm. That's right. All right, that's all I got for this week. You got anything else?
No, I'm empty. Oh well, I'm not empty. I'm just I don't have anything more of great interest to talk about. So, unless I bar everybody. Our dad life topic for this week is we're going to talk about different board games that you can be playing with all the family, and maybe not just board games, but different card games, different basically tabletop games that you can be playing. And Nick's dancing with his hands.
Yeah, just I'll make little creatures for you. I just like okay. Anyways, nobody can see these because most of our people listen. So whatever, move on.
What was that creature?
I don't know. That's not going on video. Let me tell you that. I don't know that looked unfortunate.
Anyway, guys, until Wednesday, we shall see you later.
See you later, guys.
Thanks for tuning in to Dad Crossing. We're here to remind you that this podcast is made by dads for dads. It's a place where all of us can come together, share a laugh, and tackle the wild ride that is fatherhood. If you want to keep the conversation going or just need a safe space to chat or ask for help, you are always welcome to reach out. You can find me, Sean, at Sean_Abbott, and you can find my good friend Nick at Nick10Do. And of course, give our social media platforms a good look over because that is where we share all the updates, all the laughs, and all the things dad life. That is, everything is at Dad Crossing. For anything more, feel free to drop us a message at team@dadcrossing.com. And until next time, stay strong, stay connected, and remember, you're never alone on this journey. We'll see you in the next episode of Dark Crossing.